Hello and good morning. Welcome to Let's Talk About Us. I'm Zach, and it's Friday. We made it through another week. Hope all of you had a good Halloween. Over here it was raining pretty bad, but we still had enough kids that I went through, 2.5 bags of candy. But if you're here, if you're up, if you're still trying, if you're still working, still trying to support those around you, give to those around you, take care of yourself and others, I'm proud of you. Proud of you for that. It's a hard thing. Living. Trying to keep on living. Trying not to fall into the trap of surviving. Right? Too often, and this applies to myself too, we get so concerned with, am I going to be able to pay this bill? Am I able to pay this bill? Can I pay this and still have, food money for groceries? If you live like that long enough, even if you do end up finding, a better job or a way to make more money, your brain stays in that headspace. Even if you consciously know that you are fine now and you're making more money, your brain will still be like, can I afford this? Can I afford this? If I buy too much, if I buy too good of groceries, will I be able to afford my bills? And so you keep buying, cheap, rock gut shit. You keep paying your bills, after they're already due because you've been so used to that for so long, not realizing that you've made progress in your life. At least materially. You get to the point where it just kind of hits you one day, where you think, wow, I've made it. I'm here now. There's no longer this mad scramble to try and stay afloat. You're on a boat now. There's no more life ring. You're on a boat. The other thing that starts to happen is you start to realize what's important in your life and what's not. And truly realize. I don't mean like in some petty way, but realizing that, like, hey, I, for instance, really love D&D, obviously. It's in all my books are in the background of all my videos, but as much as I love D&D and what I'm able to do with it, and how I'm able to have fun with it, D&D don't pay the bills, D&D don't put food on the table, I'm at a point now where I think I've realized that if you don't take life seriously, it'll kick your ass. And it'll do it when you're least expecting it. How are you going to hope to hit a curveball when you've been missing half of the straight pitches? How can you expect to make something of your life if right now your life is just constantly reaching out for something that's too far? Constantly trying to climb and strain against the problems that face you in life. How are you going to make life work if all you can focus on is survival? And to be completely honest, I think America is kind of headed for a lot more of that, no matter what job you're in. No matter what figures you look at, whether you think Kamala's going to win or Trump's going to win, America's kind of slated for a downturn economically, unless something crazy happens. I'm not an economist, but when I see all the economists saying, well, it will suck less if we do this, but they never say anything that's actually good. They just say, well, this will hurt less. Like that, that's not a comforting, thought. But either way, I'm going to try and be here for you. Try and talk you through it. Try to maintain at least a little bit of a constant in your life. And really, if I'm the only constant in your life, please message me. Like, please, my inbox is open. If your life is that bad that, my channels, I should say, are the only constant in your life, please reach out. Let's talk. Because there's other things going on. Okay? And let's talk about money and surviving and whatnot. But it is also important not to forget that despite survival, despite money, despite trying to make sure you stay alive or get ahead, it is very important to take time for yourself, to take time for your friends, your family. If you know that you can pay the bills and maybe have some money left over on a 40-hour work week, then don't take that overtime. Don't stay late. Go in, do your job, come back home to those you love. And I get it that some people it's gonna be a minute before they can do that. Some of us made mistakes early on in our lives that ended us where we are now. I know some people who, have to work 7 days a week, have to work, 10+ hour shifts just so they can pay things like child support or pay off houses or pay off, massive amounts of student loan debt. You do whatever you need to do to give yourself peace. You work however hard you need to work. But remember, life isn't about money. Life isn't about getting ahead. If all you do in life is earn money, if all you are proud of is your paycheck, then that's a sorry life, my friend. Learn to share your life with others. Learn to take joy in other people's lives. And learn to be a joy in other people's lives. Anyway, this has been Let's Talk About Us. I'm Zach. You all have a good rest of your day. Enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. And I'll see you on Monday.